Hello there, my name is Steve Rennie. I am the Renman, and this little segment is called Ask Renman. Hey, about 2 years ago, I started a website called Renman-Musicandbusiness.com to share my 36 years of experience in the music business with aspiring artists and young professionals like yourselves who are trying to do something great in the music business. The best way to learn the music business is by hanging out with smart folks and asking questions, and that's what we do a lot of at Renman-Musicandbusiness.com. A while back, we did a little promotion with our friends at CD Baby, and they had somebody that wanted to ask me a question. So today, we're going to answer that. His name was Sam Page of SamPageMusic.com. He wanted to know about what my take was on the future of the digital download business. And it's a great and a topical question, timely as well. Over the years, I've been listening to music for a very long time as a professional in the business and as a person, just a fan like you, listening to it. I've listened to music on 45 vinyls when they were singles back in the day, 78 RPM vinyl singles. I can recall buying my very first albums on vinyl. The Rolling Stones and the Beatles and a bunch of stuff like that. I remember my mother got a brand new car at one point and got what was called then an 8-track cassette tape, which was pretty sexy. It's pretty big and bulky, but it was pretty cool. That gave way to smaller cassettes, audio cassettes that we knew, which gave way to CDs, which gave way to digital music in zeros and ones, which is now taking a number of different forms. I think the big upshot of format to think about is that for years, the big players in the business dictated the actual format of the music because in one way or another they were vested. If it was a record company, you had vinyl manufacturing plants, then certainly you weren't looking to have another format. That was definitely the case with record labels. You had these big CD manufacturing plants and a distribution infrastructure to support it. So I think that has a lot to do with how these things unfold. But the big picture of, in my mind, over the last 15, 20 years has been this consumer revolution where people are happy to pay for music if you'll give it to them in a format that they want. So it's not, today the consumers don't want the record or the music companies dictating how and what format they'll get their music, and they're going to make that choice on their own. So for us in the professional side, we need to be in the business of coming up with as many different ways to serve up that music as people want to have. Now, as a personal matter now, I listen to all those different formats. My favorite format, personally, is streaming music. And part of the reason for that is that I don't have the same need for physical packaging and so forth that I enjoyed when I was a bit younger. Today, I just want to hear the music. I don't even care about downloading. I want to go in my car, push a button and say, play Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven, and have that come on my radio. And today, that's what's happening. It's called streaming music. I mentioned the companies that get vested in a format. We all know about the record companies, but a recent example, I think, was our friends at Apple Computer, who tend to be very forward-thinking folks. When they came out with their digital player, the iPod initially, and then the iPhones and iPads and all the devices that you can listen to music on now, you know, they were big supporters of digital downloads because that was the fuel for their business, their devices. In the same way, those CDs fueled the record company manufacturing and distribution operations. I think the best or the most interesting vote on the future of digital downloads might have been made by Apple Computer recently when they paid $3 billion-ish for a streaming music service, Beats Music. I don't suspect they would have done that if they believed wholeheartedly that digital downloads was going to, you know, kind of stem the tide and stop dropping. And personally, as I said, I'm a big fan of streaming, and I think they're making the right bet. The big picture of it all, though, is that, you know, it doesn't matter what format you're going to listen in. If the music's not worth listening to, it doesn't matter what the truck looks like. So for all you folks out there that are making music, I say just keep making that music. We'll let the consumers and all these business folks figure out how we're going to deliver it. But no good music, no format. So that's my take on digital downloads. I hope that helps you a little bit. Feel free to post your own comments on digital downloads at the bottom of the YouTube video here. My name's Steve Rennie. I'm the Renman. I hope you'll join us on our Renman Live web show coming up on, what is it, September 24th with Richard Goddard. See you later.